All right, it's time for Heru's common sense thought of the day. I'm gonna expound on the 10 and 10 challenge a little bit because it came to my attention that that was desired. So the main question that mothers had was, well, if the man's been estranged, like, what do you mean? Or, what do you mean? The father just not around, and then after 10 years he waltzes in and take over? No, the 10 and 10 challenge is based on a concept of principle. And the principle is that a man has to have a sense of ownership over a thing, control over a thing, or some say in a thing in order to be effectively compelled to invest in it. Thus, the reason you get to vote if you are an investor in a company, you get to vote on what happens in the company. It's just a principle, a fact of life, not even nothing to be trying to judge like that. That being said, if you give if you are estranged, it's a little bit harder of a road. So y'all will have to work toward that. But the work starts with you offering the possible option for him to take over being the primary caretaker after 10 years of age. In the case of a newborn, if you as a woman are willing to sign a contract giving the man the option of taking over primary custody of that child after 10 years, from the jump, you set the tone very well. He is going to be a completely different man. All that deadbeat stuff is out of there because it's responsibility. And I mean true responsibility, not that old trying to steal nigga money all the time responsibility, but the responsibility, okay, we can't get along, because he would get that sense from the entire relationship had it not failed. But in the case that it fails, give him the option to take over primary custody. I bet dollars to donuts. Not only will most dudes take that option, but from the jump all the way while you got the child, you're going to see a different man. You're going to see a whole lot more father-like things from that man, because he is going to be looking forward. He's going to be trying to set the stage. You might even see him become a better man, because that whole nesting thing that y'all get to do when y'all are pregnant, we don't get that same experience because it's not in our belly. We learn to we meet the child, and it takes time for us to bond. Y'all bond because it's visceral. So y'all get to nest, and it pushes y'all in y'all careers and all of that. It would have the same effect on us if we felt a sense of ownership in the situation. Also, it's based on the idea that a right and a responsibility go together. This is a legal tenant. You can't pay car payment on a car you can't drive, etc., etc. A house you don't live in. So right and responsibility go together. So think it over.